Hello, students. Good morning to all of you. Today we are going to learn about nationalism in India. This is part 2. And in this lesson, we are going to learn how the freedom struggle was continued in our India and what were the important incidents in our freedom struggle. Before that, we have to know, already we discussed in the previous video the Indian freedom struggle. The Indian freedom struggle was divided into three parts, into three phases: moderate phase, extremist phase, and the Gandhian era. And what we discussed, moderate phase started from the formation of Indian National Congress INC from the year of 1885 up to 1905 partition of Bengal, whereas extremist period started from 1905 Vandemataram movement up to 1919 Jallianwala Bagh massacre, and from 1920 up to 1947 this 27 years period was to be known as Gandhian era. And we are going to see what were the important incidents from the beginning of Indian National Congress. In the year of 1885, the educated Indians established Indian National Congress INC. So Indian National Congress was a political union which was established by all the important educated scholars of our India. Of course, in this incident, one retired British employer was also involved, and Indians are taken the help by the English representative. He was A.O. Hume. So, with the help of Alan Octavius Hume, Indians established Indian National Congress, a political union. And this was the combination of all the previous political organizations in our India. Example, S.N. Banerjee established Indian Union, and Dadabhai Naoroji also formed one more union. In this way, many previous political unions are collectively merged in Indian National Congress. And respectively from 1885, 1886, 1887, Umesh Chandra Banerjee and Dadabhai Naoroji and Badruddin Tyabji, these were the three famous leaders who were appointed as the elected as the presidents of Indian National Congress. And in the year of 1905, after the formation of Indian National Congress, 1905 year was given heavy importance in our India, because 1905 year comprised two incidents. One was partition of Bengal, and as a counterpart of partition of Bengal, Vandemataram movement. And the partition of Bengal, we have to understand, Lord Curzon, the Viceroy of British government, proposed the partition of Bengal, and they expressed the outside reason for the partition of Bengal was, being as the large province, it was difficult for British government to rule. That's why British proposed that they are going to divide Bengal into two provinces, east and west. And in that time, the east part of Bengal was dominated by Muslims, and whereas the west part was maximum people belonged to Hindus. And we already know from so many years onwards, the British stood on a policy called divide and rule. So British wanted to implement the policy divide and rule. So they are going to divide our India into small areas based on religion. That's why British wanted to create a quarrel among Hindus and Muslims. If we see what was the benefit of British government by creating quarrel between Hindus and Muslims. So our India comprised Hindus and Muslims, Sikhs, Jains, Buddhists, all different religions. So India is a multi-religious, multicultural society. It was difficult for British as long as Indians are working unitedly and living unitedly. It was difficult for them to rule India more years. That's why they wanted to create disunity among Indians. That's why they adopted the path of divide and rule. And in this divide and rule policy, British wanted to propose the partition of Bengal. It was announced by Lord Curzon. Partition of Bengal came into effect from 16th September 1905. But Indians, they had known very well what was the inner feeling of British government. Though they told many reasons in the outside, being as a large state, that's why we are going to divide Bengal into two provinces. What was the outside reason told by British? It was under the cruel control of British government, our Indians revealed the inner fact. What was the original reason behind the partition of Bengal? So they are going to divide our India in the name of religion. So they could create quarrels between Hindus and Muslims. That's why they proposed a partition of Bengal. That's why Indians also wanted to start a revolt against the British government for the counterpart of partition of Bengal. So that was Vandemataram movement. Vandemataram movement was started by Tilak in our India, who was the extremist leader of our India. And in the Vandemataram movement, again two sub-movements were began. What we told you, one was foreign goods boycott movement, one was Swadeshi goods movement. And wherever the Britishers appeared on the road center area, Indians used to say the word Vande Mataram. It means Vande Mataram means freedom. And in this Vande Mataram movement, what were the two sub-movements I told you? One was Swadeshi goods movement, one was foreign goods boycott movement. Under Swadeshi goods movement, all the Indians decided and they advocated the Indians, we have to use only Indian goods. Indian manufacturers prepared goods instead of using Europeans goods. So Indians came to a decision of using only Indian prepared goods, Indian manufactured goods. And second one was foreign goods boycott movement. On the four roads area, four roads junction, whenever the Europeans wanted, European officers are going on the side, Indians collected all the foreign goods which they used in their houses. All these European articles were gathered, collected in the public places and burnt in the public places with the slogan Vande Mataram. Okay, students, we are going to see the Vande Mataram movement remaining parts in our next video. Thank you.